Welcome to Jurassic Room. Finally got it, just remembered. Anyway, I wanted to touch base on Spider-Man 2018. And for this movie, I wanted to put out my story that I think would be so cool, but they probably would never do it, but I don't know, I just thought it'd be interesting to say what my mind. Anyway, with this Spider-Man, we're going to see a younger version of him, and of course he's going to be having the big problems at high school, but I want this Spider-Man movie to not be an origin story. I don't want to see that again. I want to see more of an ultimate Spider-Man in this one. We've seen the origin story twice, and they were both very, very good. The Amazing Spider-Man, I enjoyed it, but I still think the original trilogy is way better. But in this one, I want the movie to be based after Civil War. And here's what I want to happen. I want to see... Okay, in Avengers, we see New York get trashed. And we know that a lot of people were grateful, but a lot of people weren't. And we see that. I want to show how New York was after Avengers. After everything was rebuilt and everything. I want New York to be like an anti-superhero city. And, I mean, just imagine that. And Spider-Man comes into place. That's the only place he can be. So he tries to be the hero of the town. And he's being a hero in a city that hates superheroes. I mean, think about it. You won't have just the police force after him like in The Amazing Spider-Man. He will have the police... He will have just regular vigilantes looking for him, other vigilantes, and just regular citizens against him. And you think of it, it'll be much bigger scale rather than the other movies. So if we see in like the original trilogy that you had the cops going after him, and you have regular citizens who disagree with him. But in this one, you'll see people actually want to just outright get rid of him. And as for villains, I think there's only one villain. It could really have a big play on how Spider-Man will be, how he can become the better Spider-Man. I think Venom should be the main antagonist of the next one. I think that Venom will just play on Spider-Man's emotions and his psyche. And I just think it'd be interesting. I want him to be created in a lab, though. I don't want the asteroid story. I want it to be different, like how in Amazing Spider-Man it went, or Ultimate Spider-Man. Like he's created an Oscorp or something like that, and he escapes, I guess. Anyway, here's what I want to happen. I want there to be 3 villains. I know that people hate the 3 villains thing, but here's why. And it's been done before, and a lot of people hate it. I don't know why, because I like the Spider-Man 3, when you had Sandman, and Venom, and Junior Goblin. But Junior Goblin, it doesn't count, because Junior Goblin later became good. But, I want to see for the first villain to be Shocker. I want his character to be updated a little bit. I want him to be like a master thief that turned terrorist. Think about it. He just took up being just terrorist for hire. Not really. He just took up the cause, and he just starts trying to turn the city of rubble to make a scene. Spider-Man comes and stops him. And here's how his would work. It'd be loosely how I imagine him to be. It'd be loosely based on Ant-Man's suit. He would have the buttons there, and they could shoot around him, and then he could combine them to make an extra large blast. But anyway, Spider-Man comes in and stops him. And it still doesn't help his reputation. The next character I want would be I want J. Jonah Jameson to come in. And I want the Matt Gargan Scorpion to come into play. And I want Scorpion to be the next main antagonist throughout the movie. Primarily. I want him to be like the guy who was hired to hunt Spider-Man. And I want, through the character, I want Matt Gargan to slowly lose his mind and just think constantly about taking down Spider-Man. You know, give him an updated suit and all that, acid spitting tail and all that, you know what I mean? And I want the black suit to come into play. Like Venom or a Scorpion beats Spider-Man the first time, and then Spider-Man comes back with the black suit and takes him out, almost obliterates him, and this scars Scorpion, and Scorpion just wants to get back at him, and finally when Spider-Man gets rid of the black suit, it bonds with Scorpion like we see in the comics. I want to see Venom Scorpion, or Matt Gargan, you know, the whole combination. I forgot what was that in. I got the figure over here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I got the Matt Gargan Venom right here with the Scorpion tail. This, and I want them to bond, and I want Venom to take on a huge scale. We kind of saw that in the first one, how he strings webs all over the building. I want him to start infecting the city, like how he did in like Web of Shadows. I want that to happen. Like he's infecting the city, but he's just the one symbiote. He's not creating more. He's just creating havoc, and he's just trying to kill Spider-Man. You know, and for Spider-Man to defeat him, I mean, he's clearly going to be a match because he's got both Scorpion and Venom. I want for Spider-Man to have to go break into the police station and take Shocker's gloves. Of course, we know because Venom is sensitive to vibrations, and that's how I want him to come into play and take down Venom with the shock gloves, and just pounds on Venom and all that, and have an epic battle. And that's how I wanted the story to go. Basically, I know it probably doesn't sound as great because I pretty much sped through it very quickly. I don't remember a lot of the whole details I had earlier in the game. But I don't want Green Goblin to come in a huge play in the beginning. I do want Green Goblin back, but I want him to be the ultimate version. I would rather have him for number 2. But another character that a lot of people I know want to see in the sequel, and I would try to get him into the sequel if I could, if they made another Spider-Man movie after this one, which they probably will, because he's Spider-Man, is Carnage. You know, a lot of people want Carnage in a Spider-Man movie, but I don't think he should be in the first one. I think Venom should have his spotlight, and then maybe have Venom come back for the sequel, but at the same time get Carnage in. But I really want the Ultimate Green Goblin to come into play in the sequel as well. This is just a story I'm telling that I think would have been cool if they went with. And if you think about it, this is a lot of drama you're putting into a Spider-Man movie, which we know that Peter Parker's life is a lot about drama. Not just high school, but his daily life, how he lost Uncle Ben, taking care of Aunt May, and then also struggling to be Spider-Man. And especially after Civil War, plus the suit. I think they should have the suit that was teased lately, like the kind of sweater and all that. And I want it to be explained for the movie, Spider-Man the movie, that he get a more updated suit, like the one we see in the other movies. You know what I mean? My tooth's hurting right now. And as for other characters, I don't really know. You could put Harry Osborn in there, because he is Pete's best friend. And bring Mary Jane back. Don't do Gwen again. Just do Mary Jane. I could see others like Flash Thompson coming in the mix. We saw more of him in The Amazing Spider-Man. Another character I think would be cool to be teased or something like that would be Michael Morbius. But probably I wouldn't choose Michael Morbius to be in one of the movies though. But anyway, I wanted to get that out of the way because Tom Holland looks like he'll be a really good Spider-Man, and Peter Parker the same. But anyway, yeah, I explained the sequel already. Anyway, that's just how I thought the first one should go. How I would like to see the first one go. A more drama and kind of darker look. And how much he's going to be struggling. But anyway, I also wanted to explain, we went to go see, let me mark this down. While we were there to see The Force Awakens, I also saw Daddy's Home. Maddie wanted to see it so bad. I am surprised that that was not an R-rated movie. Holy crap. There's a lot of stuff in there that a 13-year-old shouldn't be listening to. And I got another video after this. I'm not going to do my top 5 movies of 2015 because there's 3 movies I still have to see in order to do this list. I've seen a lot of the big rollers like Star Wars, The Force Awakens, Jurassic World, and Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm not a huge Mission Impossible fan, and I'm not a huge Spectre fan. I mean, 007 fan. I'm not really into those movies. But I really want to see The Revenant, In the Heart of the Sea, and Spotlight. And when I see those, I will do my top 5 movies of 2015. You saw my top 5 most anticipated movies of 2016, but yeah, I really can't wait to see The Jungle Book. That looks like it'd be an awesome movie, especially with the new stills that have come out. I'm also doing a video after this of my Dilophosaurus video for Jurassic World. I have a huge teaser in there that I wanted to tell you all about, that I was watching the special features. I have not watched the movie yet because I want to watch it with my family. And I'm going to do my review on Jurassic World and everything else in it. I mean, I've wrote everything down here. Well, not here. But anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I also wanted to do a thing on, a lot of people may not like it, but I really want to see this movie be remade, and I'll do a video about it. But anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Thanks. Alright.